Andre Iosivas coming up next on the Wincinnati Podcast.
It's an exciting time to be a Bengals fan.
I'm AC.
We got a special show as always.
The voice of the Bengals
and
Ford, Willie Anderson, Corey Dillon.
The name of this thing is called Wincinnati, and I'm not going to stop.
Talk to us about that roller coaster season.
I'm still going to give you the same AJ.
I'm going to work as hard as I can to be the best.
Always working ever since I met y'all, boy.
I got to get your top 5 receiver.
Better, man.
Watch out for us. Welcome, man, to the Wincinnati Podcast. I'm Ace. He's Zim. Zim, what's going on, Brody?
We back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in the mix. I'm back doing what I love to do. We've been doing shows, but we ain't been doing no shows like this. So I'm really, really excited, bro. How was your day? Had a good day?
It was good, bro. Just got back from coaching the young kids, my son and everything. So it was good. Ready to talk some football, though. Get off of the court and onto the gridiron. So having a good day, bro. Like pretty much just chilling.
Can I stress to y'all that although y'all know at this point now we're just doing like a special impromptu show with my guy Yoshi. Can I stress to y'all how important it is that y'all must tell other people about the show. Y'all must go and tell other fans of like the Bengals or other teams like, hey, look, these dudes are doing really cool stuff. Because when you do, it allows us to get more and more guests. It allows us to keep in contact. And I feel as though we're like an extension of the fans. So please make sure y'all retweet this. Please make sure y'all subscribe and send it out to everybody, including right now. Text it to somebody. Tell them that Andre Iosivas is here right now.
Facts. And with that being said, we're going to bring in our guy, Yoshi. Yoshi, what's going on?
What up, guys? Chilling, bro. Thanks for having me on, man.
Of course. Thank you for
The twins, bro.
At this point, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, I feel like we definitely, I've never rooted for somebody probably as much as you, man.
Appreciate that, man.
I appreciated you coming on the first time. I've talked to you. You've been very, very busy. Told me you're working out 3 times a day or whatever. How was your workout today? How you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, just going back to like our first like interview ever, that was just a crazy time, bro. Just like you guys reaching out, and you guys seem like super wholesome and cool, bro. So I was like, yeah, why not? Obviously need to get acclimated with like the fan culture and all that stuff, and you guys helped me out, and you guys were the Yoshi creators, bro. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, and like you see all the Instagram comments of like the dudes doing the Yoshi hammer. I'm gonna have to do that one of these days, like a primetime game, just like do the Yoshi hammer right onto the camera or something. That'd be funny. But yeah, it's been good, bro. I mean, I've been, last year I made plays when I could, and whenever they threw me in. But there's a lot. You have so much to learn as a rookie. So I just took right after the season. I took maybe like 2.5 weeks off. Then I went straight to Atlanta. Was training like 3 times a day. Then in the winter, and like now, as long as my body can hold up and I'm feeling good, I do as many workouts as I can just to, I want to get the most out of myself athletically. So that's always the goal.
For sure, bro. I mean, one of the games that stuck out to me was that game you had against the Browns, 2 touchdowns. You went crazy in that one. Talk to me about what that experience was like.
It was cool, man. I mean, like, it was it's funny because like I had a good stat line, but I mean I was not happy with the game really. So like that I felt like really after that game kind of kickstarted me like, okay, I'm gonna go home for 2 weeks to Hawaii, and then I'm gonna grind because I know that like I knew TB was leaving, and I had assumed that they were gonna draft someone like pretty high up as a receiver because they don't see me as like a true slot. So there's always questions about that, but I mean, they didn't see me as a true slot, past tense. But, yeah, I mean, so I just knew I had I put a lot of pressure on myself. Granted, I'm like a 6th-round pick, but I think I put enough pressure on myself to just, take the spot, take any spot that I can take because it's not always given, you know what I mean?
Nah, that's a dope mindset to have, bro, because some people would be like, I got 2 TDs in this game, I balled out, but that's dope that you were still hungry and humble about it.
Yeah, no, it like really like kickstarted my off season. To be honest, it was perfect.
when you talked about, like them, of course, now we're in July 11th, 2024. So now the draft is passed. Jermaine Burton is now drafted.
Right.
I have to ask you, you just talked about how you think they feel that you were in the slot before. Do you feel now that TB is gone that now you're wide receiver 3?
Well, I think that was the big question because, they definitely saw me. Like last year, I was the X and the Z replacement. They put TI in there, but as the season went on, I think they started to trust me more and more. But, I was primarily X and Z. But this spring, our coach was telling me just, we want to have the best 3 guys we think on the field. And if that's you, like, we want to put you in at at F and have you doing different stuff. So, I don't know. It was an interesting spring because I balled out and I improved a lot, and the coaches saw that, and it was just a credit to the work that I had put in before the spring.
So last season, you got to play with 2 quarterbacks, Joe Burrow and Jake Browning. What are some of the similarities, and what do you feel like were some of the differences between playing with the 2?
Yeah, I mean, they both, I think a good quarterback always commands respect from his offense, regardless of his ability. So I think that they both, they command respect, like granted in different ways. But, it's a guy that you want to play good for. They're both guys you want to play good for. And, Jake is kind of like I don't know how to say, like maybe more fratty, if that's like the right word. But like, you know what I mean? He's like, you can see like he's a little bit more fratty. And so I would say that's the biggest difference. I don't really know what else like.
So Jake is at a party getting turned up.
I mean, Joe can get lit too, but Jake, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jake, like, drunk as hell. So, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So it wasn't a surprise when you looked in the camera and was like, they should have never.
You should have never cut me.
We already knew that was gonna come.
So, he was already talking to y'all in practice about it, he just.
Well, we all knew like he had some history there, and it was a big game for him too. Like, what was that? His second game? What was that? I don't even know what.
It was Minnesota, right?
I think it was. Yeah. I think it was his third game or something like that.
Yeah, so he was like just starting to pick up his groove, getting a little confidence and stuff, and then. Yeah, we all know the history. I mean, even with teams that just let you go, bro, you know how it goes. So I had a feeling something like that was gonna happen, and he threw that thing up to T, and that catch was crazy too. Like that T catch, probably like one of the best catches.
That was insane.
Yeah, I didn't even know he scored the touchdown at first, bro. I was like, what the hell? Like, it was crazy, bro.
Can I ask you this too, though? Did you know that as fans we say this and we speculate? I know me and Ace we watch film and we'll rewatch games and different things like this. Did you notice like a different balance or something that made the offense at least feel easier when Burrow went down? Like afterwards, not the first Steelers game, but like afterwards, like when y'all got to the Colts, when y'all got to the Vikings and some of those other games, did you feel like a difference in the way that the offense was ran where you're like, this is probably what it could look like with Joe at quarterback, or is it just as simple as they just adjusted for Jake Browning?
Yeah, I mean, the base offense, we have like certain base plays and base concepts that are like our bread and butter, regardless of who's at receiver or quarterback. And so those are like what we practice a lot. We rely on a lot. The quarterback has to make the right read there. The receiver has to have the right steps, has to be open. And so those are things that, like, regardless of who's in, should work. But like you do have to cater to your players, and I think good coaches cater to their players. And so, if someone can't do something, or like you have a different receiver in, you have to be able to adapt. And I think our coaching staff did really well. And I think good coaches just know how to use their players.
How do you feel about Dan Pitcher taking over? Do you feel like he's great obviously you feel like he's good for the offense, but do you guys feel like he's going to be a little different from what you guys were used to last season?
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. I think a lot of the guys on the team really like him, and he's like this spring he was super involved. Watching a lot of our individual stuff. Being really vocal about clearly what he wants, and having give and take with like the quarterbacks and the receivers. And he seems to know what he wants, but also is like very open to, just his players. And I think that's definitely a big thing. When the regular season comes around, he can know what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are, and just cater to every person's, abilities.
I hear the term, like I always hear this term like "or" and stuff every day of my life now, right?
Yeah.
So if y'all watching this on YouTube or whatever, right? I'm gonna say the funniest thing. I have to ask you this, Yoshi. Is this playing like, bro? You got the sunlight in the backdrop. It's like the shadow.
Hey.
Like, what are we doing, bro? Like,
Come on. I wasn't mad at where the sun was as soon as the podcast started. I wasn't mad about it.
Hey, look, he tried to set the vibes. Hey, look, the vibes on the whole thing. He got the sun. I'm like, bro, are you on the beach?
He just pulled the chain out. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the. Hey, look, but so he's like
something like nah.
I feel like we're on a beachfront or something, and it's just the waves should be in the background or something like that. Are you in the city right now?
Yeah, I'm like I'm in Midtown in Atlanta right now, so like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I wish I was on a beach too. I mean, like it's like 95 degrees when we're working out, bro. Like a beach, like going to the ocean after we work out would be just the best thing ever, bro.
I'm pretty sure they got a pool or something over there.
Oh yeah, they do. But by the time I'm home, I just gotta lay down flat, bro. Just not even like get on the game, like something like that. Just watch like Love Island with my girlfriend, and I'm chilling, bro. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. I gotta ask you, bro, because it was everywhere this summer. Drake versus K-Dot, bro. Like, what are your thoughts on like how the battle went down? What side you on? Like, how do you?
That's probably the easiest answer of all time, bro. That has to. I mean, if you're not K-Dot, bro, like it's just like
they're out here, bro. They're
a lot
out
of
here.
Drakers out there, bro.
I'm telling you, like my TikTok was just Kendrick Lamar like lyric dissections for like 3 weeks straight, bro. Like every diss that came out, just dissecting every lyric, every bar, and like. I don't know. You can't say like Drake didn't say anything. Like he didn't say anything. Kendrick made a club banger about a pedophile, and it's number one in the U.S., bro. He made a pedophile club banger, and it's number one. Bro.
Hey, dog, did you see last night though? At the end of USA, they played Not Like Us.
Versus
I'm on the internet. I see at church they got pastors doing Not Like Us. I'm like, bro, it's crazy, this is nuts.
No, he really started a whole movement. I don't know if you guys saw the music video.
Oh yeah,
but that snippet in the beginning too. He's about to like drop some crazy album.
That was fire. I need that song, bro.
Yeah,
ASAP.
Yeah, the music video is also good too, bro.
Ace has been one of the main people that's just been killing Drake fans online. Like, see me, I sit in the background. I just be like watching the whole thing unfold because you never know. Like, Drake is an amazing artist, but like, bro, like the Drake enthusiasts are crazy. I was going to ask you the one thing I was going to ask you when I was talking about the sunset and the vibes and stuff. We talk about music sometimes. Remember, I was like real hype on like a Yeet album or something like that.
Yeah. The Yeet,
I be putting hella people on the like different Yeet stuff. But vibes wise, right now, if somebody wants to get into the mode, like what you're on, like when your workouts, whatever, what are you listening to right now? Like, what is the last song that you played that you recommend or you feel like people should be listening to right now?
Dude, to be honest, in Atlanta, bro, like every time we're working out, it's just Boss Man D-Lo. Like,
yes.
They all sound the same, but like they all hit, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's just
Boss Man D-Lo has the game in a chokehold right now,
bro. Bad. Like he got one flow and he's just killing any beat he's going on. Like it's hilarious. It's almost funny, bro. Like listening to him rap, but.
Big size.
It low key do sound like a skit or something like that. One of them content creator dudes that just be like you want to get with me, you know? And then he just do it,
bro.
He just do it all over. Yeah, it goes.
Yeah, it's like the baby. You know, like the baby had the same flow forever, and like he was going for like years, bro. So I'm wondering if he'll make that type of run, but we'll see.
Nah, for sure.
Man, aside from that, you know, when you first came into the league, you know, I always thought, you know, I always had in my mind what I thought. I'm like, well, man, like he went to Princeton and everything like that, and the background and all these different things like that. I've seen you. I even retweeted. What was that place that you went to? The food place? Remember
where in Cincy?
Yeah, the YouTube one where you did the like it was like a tasting or something.
Oh like that. that was for the Asian Natty thing.
Yeah, Asian Natty.
Oh, why can't I remember what it's called? It was a noodles place. It was in what's that place called? The oh man, I'm blanking right now, bro.
I'm blanking too because I wanted to say that I was gonna get him low key like a little shout out.
What's the shopping center where Motion is at? You know, the clothing store. Damn, it's like factory. It's like a factory. Factory 52. It's like around there, or like is that?
I know the little shopping because the shopping center itself, where you went to it, I've seen that shopping center a million times, but I never like even went over. I didn't even know that place was like really right there.
Yeah,
But the point that I was gonna say is like, how's the transition? Like, do you feel more at home now? Like now that you're finding like little spots like that here and there, like the transition.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like your first place going anywhere, you're always gonna feel like a little bit isolated. Like even if you're on a team or whatever, like you're still just trying to find your way and find your people. And I know I have a lot of good friends on the team now. Like I felt like this spring, like I we're just cracking jokes all the time, and like all my boys, we would go over to other guys' house, like who have houses now, which is cool. And so it's just finding what you like, finding your niche. And I'm finding good food. I mean, I feel like the Asian community will always look out for me, especially in Cincinnati. So it's it's pretty. I mean, I love that food too. So Cincinnati low-key has a lot of good food spots, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I was pleasantly surprised. The DoorDash options my first year, for sure. I had to get the Dash Pass, but I was DoorDashing a lot.
We got a spot for you now too. There's this place called Midwest Best Barbecue. And so Midwest Best, they'll roll out the red carpet for you. I know that Tim, his son, the owner or whatever, he's a Yoshi fan.
Okay,
but I'm gonna stand on this. I don't stand on too much business when I make a promise or something like that, especially to someone of your caliber. I think it's the best wings in Cincy. So they're
a sponsor. Check it out now.
It's really good, bro. Like I'm telling you.
What'd you say it's called?
Midwest Best Barbecue.
Midwest Best. Okay.
When we get off, I'll send it to you. But to me, there's a couple other spots I really, really like. I know people in the comments going like, I know you haven't tried. Da, da, da. We get it. You got your wing spot too. This is who I think is the best wings. And I definitely want you to try that joint out, though.
I'm gonna have to hit it, bro. I need a good wing spot over there.
And I think it was Factory 52 in Norwood is what somebody said.
Factory 52. They have like a little food court over there. They got a lot of good food, a lot of Asian stuff, a lot of pizza, all that kind of good stuff.
Yes, hey, well, we want to be respectful of your time, Andre. So we appreciate you for coming on, bro. Good luck this season. We know you about to turn up, bro. Is there anything that you wanted to say to the fans before you get out?
Just prepare, man. I've been working my butt off, so real crazy, bro. So I'm about to go crazy this year.
You're supposed to let that demon out. Go ahead and tell him what you're really about to do.
Nah, I'm not.
I'll
let the game speak for itself. I've always been a guy to let my game speak, but I'll be speaking out there on the field a little bit too. So we'll see, bro.
I saw, one time when I think Princeton was about to play somebody, you went to the game. I think Princeton was playing like Yale or Harvard or something like that. And you was talking your talk. And I was like, yeah, that's probably how he is on the field. People don't really think that you're a demon like that. But see, I know what's really going on. So, but you don't have to say anything because, I'm going to just, I'm going to be on their neck every single time though. But I really appreciate, man, the fact that you're super humble. You stay grounded all this time. I know how tough it has to be. I've never been in your shoes before, but credit to, your upbringing, your family and everybody like that, because you're like one of the dopest individuals I ever met. And at the same time, very smart, very talented. And I tell you, everybody and their mother is rooting for you to have a great year. So, man, just stay healthy, stay available, and go kick some ass, bro.
Appreciate that, bro. You guys are the best, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Brody. Who day?
Yep. Who day?
Who day, bro?
Yes, sir. Andre Iosivas just joined the podcast. Dope dude, dope player. Can't wait to see what kind of season he's about to have. I mean, I put the tweet out last year. I was like over or under, I think it was 4 touchdowns or something like that. I said I was taking the over. Bro came through on it for me for real at the end of the season for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I put that early.
You want to know why he's the man though? Because a lot of people wouldn't have did this because he said T.I. too. I want to take credit for the T.I. name too. I really do. Because I swear somebody said something one day and I was in a space or something. I said, man, T.I. rubber band man, and then boom. And T, I never got my credit, but credit to Yoshi for coming on here and letting everybody know, like the Yoshi, you know, the guys that, you know, kind of started that whole Yoshi.
We got the nicknames, bro. Migos, Yoshi. You said T.I. Like, I feel like we got them all.
We got a lot. I thought him talking to us about, you know, how the Bengals saw him, or just as an outside wide receiver.
Right.
I thought that was very, very interesting. And I thought that he did give us a little bit of insight. That's very different than I think than what we normally get from like some of those post-game stuff. So that's why I really appreciated, like, you know, him just coming to talk to us for a little bit. I think we're gonna probably have him on another time too, like coming up too, because I feel like we gotta like check up on him. But I thought his answer to the wide receiver 3-1 and acknowledging that, you know, like this Burton versus Yoshi is a thing about to happen. He didn't say that, but I think the fans, I think we can all sit here and kind of talk about like this. There has some legs to like Yoshi versus Burton is a real thing, and this is gonna be one of the best camp battles I've seen in a while.
I honestly feel like you can use both just because Burton is going to get so many yards just off of deep passes and deep bombs, right? Like you can use them both for different things. And I feel like the future is bright, bro. I mean, Jamar Chase, you know, Yoshi, Burton, like I think we're deep right now, bro. And I think that you're going to be able to use them in different ways. You might be able to use Yoshi in short and intermediate and in the red zone. I mean, dude just had 5 touchdowns, bro? Like in limited time. So what does that tell you? Like he's gonna get more snaps, I feel like, next season. So with that being said, and then if ever there's, God forbid, any kind of, you know, someone that needs to sit out a game or something like that, you know that Yoshi can come in and step up and fill that void, or vice versa with Burton.
Let me ask you this. I was looking at the betting lines, and I think somebody posted this too. The over or under on T. Higgins, take a guess what you think that number is as far as yards go.
The yards on T. Higgins?
Mm-hmm.
If it's like
Vegas right now, they got Jamar Chase at 1250.
Oh, my bad. I actually meant on Andre's thing, I said he was gonna get 4, not 5. My bad. On Tito, don't tell me it's like 800 yards.
You close.
900?
Yep. And all right, so with it being at 900, do you think that that's more so to Vegas is saying that they don't think that he's going to be as healthy, or is Vegas already understanding that some of them yards are about to go to Burton and Yoshi?
I don't know. I would have to see what it was last season. Like 900 is a little low, especially for somebody like T in a kind of contract year. But yeah, I think they think that some of that is going to get spread around the 4 receivers. And you also got to take into account Mike Gesicki as well that could eat into that as well. So I think you got, 5 legit weapons, and we're not even talking about Chase Brown out of the backfield. So I think they just know the Bengals have a lot of weapons, and I think he's still going to get 1,000 yards. I think that, whoever that third receiver is could also get 1,000 yards too. Like, I still think that's a possibility. So if it were me, I'm probably taking the over. I think the reason that they put it at that is they're probably expecting him to sit out a game or something like that. That's the only way I can see it. Like, putting T. Higgins for 900 is like easy money in my eyes.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Going off of T. Higgins having 700 last season, this is one thing that I would be very upset with if the Bengals did this. If they started to transition out of T. Higgins. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you remember how they did AJ Green with
towards the end?
With it? Like, where AJ was probably healthy enough he could play. And remember the famous one where AJ's on the sideline, like, bro, if they're not going to play me, just trade me. And he's like on the side. I would be so mad if the Bengals did that. And the reason why, and I don't want to make this a long T. Higgins conversation, but so much of what the Bengals need to do the 2020-25 all season, it revolves around T. Higgins having really good, having a good year. because I've been telling everybody, and you were watching the show, but I've been talking about it since I had the famous show with me and Goodberry, where I think the best thing for the Bengals is if T. Higgins has over 1,000 yards, and then at that point his value is very high, and now a suitor of his choice, he could pick any team that he would want to go to, and the Bengals could tag and trade. If he doesn't get that, then it's a bad situation, and then he will walk, which is like my biggest nightmare. Like, I just don't say it. Like, I'm saying it publicly. I know somebody on the line is probably watching it now, but our Bengals friends, I'm telling y'all that's like my biggest nightmares for letting a guy of that caliber walk, because no matter what he does this season, he is really good. And there's so many people that get in the business of trying to tell me, oh, well, Joe Burrow could do it with anybody. And then why I'm a Bengals fan, and I've been a Bengals fan my whole life. Why every time that I get a really good player, people have to figure out ways to like get rid of them or trade them, or like it walks or something like that? I'm just so tired of us not having nice things. And I'm just one of them. I'm one of them people. That's how I feel. It's like everybody, like, bro, we watched Lamar Jackson have the most Pro Bowlers, have a top 1 defense, a Hall of Fame kicker, all pro safety center. As soon as they come into the league, he gets all of these things. Now, mind you, they're going to say, well, he don't have wide receivers. They draft way more wide receivers than everybody. They just suck at it. But we watch him get all that every year. And then when the Bengals get any Jesse Bates, get any T. Higgins or something, like, everybody's trying to figure out a way. Well, like, man, we could just replace it with anybody. No, you can't. And I'm so sick of that. And I'm a big Yoshi fan. I'm a big Burton fan. I think they're all going to flourish. To me, I think it's all like T. Higgins needs to have a really good year based off of what I think he's worth, and I think it will yield the Bengals a better return if they do the tag and trade that I'm proposing. And it's also just good for him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like good for all parties for him to be successful, a guy that they drafted, and he ends up doing really well. He's the top 5 player on the Bengals right now, and people just dismissive of that. Is insane to me. Like, there's nothing you could do to justify, like, I'm not going to go on a rant, but I think Yoshi can have a really good year and T. Higgins have a really good year, because think about this. Whatchamacallit had Tyler Boyd had 96 targets last year. So think about that. Just that alone, somebody got to take them targets, and you got to think if Burrow's there, that might have been 110 targets, 120 targets. The fact that Browning was out there, it kind of lessened. You got a lot of 3 and outs and all stuff. So you got to think about our offense and stuff. Somebody got to get them targets. So Yoshi and Burton are going to have opportunities. To your point, you think both of them are going to play, and I don't think it's just who's going to be the de facto wide receiver 3. Yoshi was kind of hinting at how they used him last year and what he worked at this all season, where they're going to be very multiple. And I think he'll have opportunities to go get a lot of yards, as well as like Burton too. So maybe we'll talk to Burton next.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I think it's dope, though, that he talked about the primetime Yoshi celebration with like the hammer. That's gonna be crazy.
That will go
That's
crazy.
Gonna be crazy for sure.
Yeah. That's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to let me.
I wish the camera is like at this angle where it's like down, and he could do it like the meme.
Yeah. Like, he would have to walk up. He would have to walk up like how Ocho walked up to the camera. He had to walk up to that, and then somebody would have to tilt it like that, and then let him go. Like, that would go crazy.
that would go fire. That would be fire.
Look, and it's over 300 people in here right now, like on this live right now. Every time y'all see Yoshi, y'all have to do the Yoshi slamming gifts, because I swear, like, I remember, I forgot what game that was. I was like blown away that so many people was in on the whole Yoshi, slamming the hammer down thing on the timeline. Yeah. Like, I was mid-game, like, typing, like, oh, what a play by Iosivas. And then all of a sudden, I'm just saying, boom, everywhere. I'm like, oh. And then all the other fans of other teams was like, bro, like, what's going on? I was like, yeah, that's that who they, like, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's cold. And the fact that he just, bro, yeah. Listen, if y'all are late to this interview, you got to rewind it, because Yoshi just told everybody, like, you know, the whole, like, we are the originators of this Yoshi stuff. So, like,
Right.
Yeah, you're going to see that video a lot this week, people.
Nah, for sure, bro. But before we get out of here, let's toss it to our friends. And Yoshi said he might stop by Midwest Best Barbecue.
Wings and them CTVs. Midwest Best is the place to be for queuing wings. Midwest Best is the place to be for queuing wings. It's the AC to the Zim, M to the B's. Uno wings, G-Funk wings, and them CTVs. Midwest Best is the place to be for queuing wings. Midwest Best is the place to be for queuing wings. Say what up to Jordan Battle. We be going to battle. Intercepting balls like CTV did on Seattle. Putting 6 up on AZ. Juice gang amazing. Make sure you come get these wings. The Zimby stay blazing. And T-Game be smooth as ice. Jamal making divas fold. TV got big levels. And now you already know. Hits are pretty for Uno wings. Cam got the new wings. We call them CTVs. Only at MBs. Nation to the Zim. M to the B's.
Man, I love seeing the kid in the tiger costume hitting the gritty every time. It never gets old. Some of the best food in the Natty, man. They won the award for the best wings in the Natty, Midwest Best Barbecue. Shout out to Jerry. She went to Midwest Best Barbecue, got it in. The food is
Jerry
amazing.
won a shirt from me too. She won a Ringless Bandit shirt. Jerry be like, representing, bro. Like,
Jerry be representing. I remember she wore the Lou shirt last year, ran into Lou. So shout out to Jerry. We appreciate you holding us down. Anything that you wanted to talk about before we get out of here, bro?
No, I feel like this was we're interviewing Yoshi today. Like, you know, like we're in a weird period where, you know, it ain't too much going on. So it's very, very important. Like, even if you're an op, like, regardless, I don't care. Make sure that y'all retweet this. Make sure y'all get more people involved. Make sure y'all tell everybody about the Wincinnati Pod. The more that you do that, the connections and the people that we met over the years, thanks to you all, give us these opportunities to go and talk to way more players. Like, we got way more players in the cut. I'm very, very appreciative of Andre for coming on and, you know, spending some time. I've been talking to him a good amount, and he's been telling me, like, bro, I've been working out 3 times a day, like, going crazy. So I knew that interview was coming. So I have some really good contacts, you know, and Ace has some really good contacts too. And we have a lot of people that are working to make sure for the guys that are the underdogs that we don't get our stuff retweeted by the big boys. We don't get our stuff retweeted by anybody outside of the fans, like none of the writers, none of that stuff. So y'all have to really pay attention to that. And I say that to say, yes, I'm not salty about like whatever. Because as long as you all are showing us love and as long as y'all are rocking with us, that's all that really matters. We're an extension of you all. So I appreciate every last and one of you all. And I really, really would appreciate if you guys go and subscribe, comment, retweet, share with whoever you can, because honestly, you are all we have.
For sure. For sure. Follow us at the Wincinnati Pod on Twitter. Follow me at New Stripe City. Follow Zim at Zim Hude. You can also get that dope shirt that he has on at zimhude.com.
Oh, that's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out yet, but hey, it's gonna be there. That's fire. That's super fire. But get ready for the merch because it is about to drop. I was about to say a pause word.
I could hear the pause about the
I was like, hold on,
loading up.
Let me stop. But thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Wincinnati Podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hooter.
It's an exciting time to be a Bengals fan.
I'm AC.
We got a special show as always.
The voice of the Bengals. Dan Ford, Willie Anderson, Corey Dillon.
The name of this thing is called Wincinnati, and I'm not going to stop.
Talk to us about that roller coaster season.
I'm still gonna give you the same AJ.
I'm gonna work as hard as I can to be the best.
Always working ever since I met y'all, boy.
I gotta get your top 5 receivers.
Better, man. Watch out for us.